We did a lot of work on the play in rehearsal, cut 45 minutes out and cut one character out. And we went to New Haven. And I think the word started to float back to New York that possibly there was something that had some value there. We got to Philadelphia, open to a little bit more than half a house. And by the fourth day, we were a sellout. And the Schuberts came and saw the show in Philadelphia. They said they did not have a theater for us in New York, but if we would go to Chicago for 8 weeks, they would underwrite the show against loss, and they would have a theater for us in New York, the Barrymore. I was just to the Barrymore and saw another show there. It was wonderful to walk in the Barrymore because some of the ushers or some of the people who worked in the theater, I've been to the Barrymore a few times, they come up to you and they say, "Oh, you're back." You know, there's a family in the theater, and how wonderful to have you back. And it's wonderful to be in that theater again because there's so much history in those theaters. But it was an adventure. Well, in Chicago, for those 8 weeks, Lorraine could only be there for opening. After opening, you see, she was from Chicago, and her father was a real estate broker in Chicago, and evidently a very good one and a militant one. And he had taken the first restrictive covenant case to the Supreme Court and won it. And so all of the interests, the real estate interests in Chicago were against him. And it was Lorraine's sense that actually that pressure had killed him. And she resented those interests for that. And of course, inherited some property when he died. Well, when they found Lorraine was in town, there were all of these warrants that started to appear. And she had to leave town. And so we did our work on that play over the phone for 8 weeks. I would work on the play, and it would perform at night, and I would talk to Lorraine, make suggestions. And so she never saw that work during that period until we got back to New York. But it was, and we opened in New York, and it was quite an exhilarating opening.